I've had a military buddy who served with me in Afghanistan that was in my platoon, who was in my unit here at home, the home station. He took his life here recently, a few years ago. Of course, I hadn't had any contact with him, or we lost touch after the military. But through other veterans, through other buddies of mine, come to find out that he took his life. And to me, that one, I mean, it's kind of a shocker as well, because this guy is real soft, real gentle, real easygoing kind of guy. I mean, it almost seemed like nothing would bother him while the rest of us were stressing or upset about our days. This
Cool
dude was
like a
cool
cucumber.
as a cucumber. So the crazy thing is, and that's the last guy you would suspect that was having some kind of trouble, and to take his own life. So
Well, I want you to think about this. You said something that kind of stood out. And, one of the biggest things that's very helpful when we think about people that are struggling and that we're unaware that they're struggling is they're struggling in silence. And so that's why there's no telltale signs. That's why you don't know. And
Right.
it seems like everything is great. It's because they're trying to like, I got this, or I'm overcoming this, or, they don't want people to know. There's a fear of, oh, I'm going to be judged, or I don't know. Maybe they're not going to understand. We talked
Fear,
about that, right? With the whole
pride,
PTSD,
bravado.
pride. There's so many different things and so many factors that can affect somebody but that is, see, because you said, man, we're over here stressing, or there's this, or there's that. But when you're talking about it, you're letting it all out.
Right.
You're being able to express
Vent
those
and
emotions
release.
and channel through that. That's why we talk about how therapy is so important. But there's many people that don't. They hold it in. And so they're not able to expose, bring that to light, to then figure out, okay, what are my next steps? Where do I go from here? Acknowledge the situation. Hey, this is what I'm dealing with. Okay. And then be able to get the help that they need to be able to, hey, I can do this. I can overcome this. One thing that broke my heart is, we had a young lady, teenager, that just committed suicide. She attended our Easter picnic. And so we saw her picture. We're like, we remember her. And, I did. I saw her, and it just, she seemed so full of life. She was enjoying herself. She was having a good time. And then from then to just, a couple of months later to taking your own life, it's like, man, who would have known? There was we didn't know her closely, right? But it's like, what we do know is that she was being bullied at school. She got bullied, got beat up, and the next day she took her life.
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart, because for her to feel that she didn't have
A way out.
or a support system, or that she couldn't reach out to anyone, or, to say, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I'm thinking about this. And for her just to
end her life.
To end her life.
So short.
It breaks me.
Right.
What can we do as a community, as
Get better to identify these things and hopefully bring down these statistics and reach these people a lot sooner before it gets to this point.
And the title of today's episode is, it's not the end. Like, this is not the end.
Right.
And so taking your life is not the end. Like, there's a way out, right? There's a way out. There's a way that you can overcome this, no matter what the consequences, no matter what the situation is that you're facing. You're not alone. There's somebody that's experiencing a very similar, we just don't know, because people are silent.
Yeah.